All right, buckle up, listeners, because today's deep dive is a wild ride. We're talking corporate power plays, market mayhem, and maybe a little international intrigue on the side.
I always love our deep dives, but this is fascinating. We've got snack foods, we've got fighter jets, we've got basically everything.
It's a buffet of current events, but we promise it'll all make sense in the end. So let's start with something everyone loves: snacks. Specifically, PepsiCo dropping a cool $1.2 billion on Sate Foods.
Yeah, so we're not talking just any chips and salsa here. Ciete, they're known for their healthier options, grain-free tortilla chips, those kinds of things. And PepsiCo, they see the writing on the wall. People are looking for those healthier alternatives.
Makes sense. I mean, have you seen grocery prices lately? People are being more conscious about what they're buying, but they still want their treats.
Exactly. And this tells us that big food companies, they're not just watching these trends, they're actively trying to get ahead of them. And to your point about grocery bills, this could be a play for PepsiCo to hold on to their market share, even as people get more selective about what goes in their shopping carts.
Makes you wonder about all those smaller snack brands, though. Are we going to see more of these big acquisitions? Is the snack aisle about to look a lot less diverse?
That's a valid question.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be something to keep an eye on. Okay, but let's switch gears here before we get too hungry. From chips to, well, chips of a different kind. Boeing, they're making a pretty bold move to offset their recent, well, let's just say financial challenges.
Yeah, that strike they've been dealing with hasn't exactly been easy on the wallet, has it?
Not at all. So what's their solution? They're thinking about raising, get this, $10 billion by selling more stock. Basically, it's like taking out a massive loan, but instead of going to a bank, they're going straight to investors.
That's a pretty big gamble, isn't it? What are the experts saying about it?
Well, here's the thing. Their stock price actually went up when news of this got out. So investors, they seem to be optimistic. It's like they believe that this cash influx, it could be just what Boeing needs to get back on track.
It's almost like a vote of confidence from the market. Okay, so we've talked snacks, we've talked stocks. You know what's coming next, right? It's time to get a little, shall we say, international.
Ah, yes. Can't forget about geopolitics. Look, the growing tension between Iran and Israel, it's a complicated situation.
Yeah.
But here's why it matters. Even if you're not a foreign policy expert, this kind of uncertainty, it ripples through the global economy.
So we're talking potential impact on things like oil prices, global trade, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Remember what happened a few months back when gas prices went haywire? Yeah, similar global factors were at play. The world is interconnected, so these kinds of events, they have a way of hitting closer to home than we sometimes realize.
It's like that old butterfly effect, right? A flap of a wing in one place. So should people be hitting the panic button?
Panic? No. Stay informed. Absolutely. Keep an eye on the news because things can change quickly. But remember, knowledge is power. The more we understand these global dynamics, the better prepared we are to navigate whatever comes our way.
That's some solid advice. Well, folks, there you have it. We've gone from snack food mergers to billion-dollar stock maneuvers to international relations, all in a day's work for our deep dive.
And the thing that ties it all together, adaptability. Whether it's PepsiCo snatching up a health food brand or Boeing making a risky move to stay afloat or us just trying to make sense of a constantly changing world, the name of the game is adapt or get left behind.
And on that note of existential pondering, we'll leave you with this thought. If those giant corporations, those behemoths of industry, are constantly having to adapt to survive, what does that mean for the rest of us? Just something to chew on until our next deep dive.